Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you've all had an amazing week filled with all of God's blessings. I'm finally doing a Q&A. A couple days ago on my Instagram, I asked you all to send me 3 questions and you guys came through. Like, let me tell you, there are so many. But without further ado, let's get into the video. That was very 2000s. We're gonna ignore that happened. Anyway, first question. Shout out to my girl Anna. Love you. If you could travel anywhere, where would you go? Honestly, there are so many places that I want to visit. I know that like within the next 2, 3, 4 years, I'd love to go to Germany and visit my Oma and all of my relatives over there that I've never had the chance to meet before. I don't know if I've ever mentioned it before, but I'm German and I think there's something so special about being able to learn more about your heritage. I'd also love to go to America because I'm becoming an auntie within the next few weeks, which is pretty exciting. I definitely hope that I can be that fun, cool auntie. Yeah, and honestly, there are just so many places that I would love to visit. I think there's something so special about being able to immerse yourself in different cultures. Immersing yourself in different environments, I think, can be very beneficial to even you just growing as an individual. Oh my word. Girl, Noelle, she really came through with some fun ones. You have to eat 10 live snails seasoned or 10 dead snails unseasoned. Which one would you pick? See, there are 2 ways that you could go about this. On the one hand, live snails are just disturbing, and like eating them, like I feel like you could feel them wriggling and just no. On the other hand, you have the dead snails and they'll probably be crunchy, but not a good crunchy. I'd say I probably have to go with the dead snails just because I don't think I could have something wriggling inside my mouth. Just the thought of it. No. Next one. Star Wars or Star Trek, and why? Funny story actually. So I've only ever seen one Star Wars movie. It's number 4, and don't come for me, okay? But I personally find it really cringy. I said what I said. I know it was pretty incredible for the time in which it was filmed, and it definitely made way for a lot of other incredible movies, but it's just I couldn't bring myself to watch the rest of the movies. My brother started me off right though. He's like, okay, if you're gonna do this, you're gonna do it right, and we're gonna start at number 4. So at least I did it the right way and gave it a shot properly. But no, I haven't seen Star Trek, so I'd have to say Star Wars. 100%. The next one says lasagna is gross. 100%, I agree. Like, honestly, whoever made lasagna, are you okay? I can't actually eat it now that I'm celiac and I've also been lactose intolerant my entire life. I have had it once or twice and it just, no. Just no, straight up no. I value my taste buds way too much to put myself through that. Favorite book of the Bible? This is so hard because there are literally so many incredible books filled with wisdom, and that's really the incredible thing about the Bible is like just there's so much wisdom in every book that I'd have to say probably Corinthians actually, because I don't know, I think a lot of it has challenged me and also helped me grow a lot in my relationship with God, just growing in my own understanding of the Bible as well. It's really good because it's been challenging me to go, okay, but why do I think this, and how do I interpret this, and what is my understanding of this for myself, you know? Paul really, he did not go easy on that church. Favorite thing about Emmanuel David, I'm so going to butcher your last name, I'm so sorry, but Adieng. I'm so sorry, I know I just butchered that. I think I really appreciate how genuine you are, the way you really invest into everyone, and I don't think I've ever had a single fake interaction with you. You're always really genuine, and I really admire the way that you treat others around you with so much grace and so much, like, you just honor those around you so much, and you're very kind and genuine, and you very much care about those around you, and I think that that's really cool to see. And I know, at least for me, you've definitely raised my standards a lot in how a guy should treat someone. Yeah. What is the worst swear word you have ever said? Probably the F word, I guess. I don't know, I haven't really sworn a lot in my life, but probably the F word. If you got a pet, what would you name it? See, this is hard because it really depends on the pet, and it depends on the specific animal, because it's like I used to have bunnies, for example, like I used to breed bunnies, and my cousin named one of the bunnies that I had Bean, and then another bunny we called So Fluffy Buffy, and another one was Apricot and Mocha. I don't want to be that person, but I don't think I could name an animal without like seeing it. I don't know, I genuinely don't know. What is your dream job? See, I think for me, it's not necessarily about one specific thing, like one specific job or career. I think for me, God's really been showing me so much about my future, where it's like, it's not one specific thing that I'm doing. There are a lot of things that I'm really passionate about, but honestly, wherever God calls me, like genuinely, the role that I'm in at the moment, I couldn't have imagined doing it, but I know that at least in the season that I'm in of preparation and all of that, I think God uses the different careers and jobs that we're in to grow us and prepare us for all that He has in store for us. And I think for me, at least, there's not one specific career where it's like, I will be a nurse and that will be my be all and end all, that sort of thing. I guess just the career of loving people and shining God's light into the world, and the career of following God's voice. What has God been teaching you lately? Honestly, it's more like, what hasn't He been teaching me? I feel like, especially lately, God's just been growing me so much. Like, as I said before, this really is my season of preparation, and every day God has been growing me and giving me revelations, and just genuinely it is more, what hasn't He been growing me in? He's been growing my ability to just rely on His voice, and my ability to step out in faith, really, even when it doesn't make sense, even when it is somewhat scary or daunting and that, and just really relying on Him. And I feel like God's really been teaching me to not put myself so much in a box of, oh, I can only do this because I'm so young, or I can only do this because I have this experience, and I can only do this and that and the other. And it's like, no, what I've called you to, I will equip you for. And I think it really is just about depending on God and growing in that deeper intimacy with Him. My voice is getting really dry and deep, so I'm gonna grab a glass of water. I feel like that's a little bit better. I think particularly recently God has just been growing me in standing in faith. You know, no matter what those around me might say, no matter what is declared over me, knowing my true identity in Him. And He's really grown my authority, my spiritual authority a lot. He's grown my hunger for that vision of what God has in store for me and those around me, and just that hunger to be used by God. Yeah, like seriously, I cannot mean it enough when I say like it really is more like what hasn't He been growing me in, because man has God been doing the work in my life. Like I'm just so grateful to God, honestly. I feel like He's really been giving me a heart full of gratitude and showing me to appreciate the little things in everyday life and finding the beauty in the small things, and just being able to stop and really enjoy the beauty in the details and in the small things. And so my camera died but now I have it back up and running. I don't know where I finished off with that last one. So next question, what day of the week are you? Oh, I feel like I'm a Tuesday. I don't know why. I feel like I'm either a Tuesday or a Sunday. Shout out to my girl Anita, cause she knows. Would you rather never wear green again or never have a donut again? Look, if you know, you know. Honestly though, I'd probably have to say never having a donut again, because green and me were just besties, and as much as I love donuts, I'd have to choose green, because it's just like, ugh. Especially this sort of green, like this sort of green and sage green, top tier, like this green as well. But green is just, oh, I just love green. So also, if I keep looking to the right, it's because I've never used a camera before, but shout out to my girl Anita, because she's letting me use her camera, and there's a viewfinder like there, so if I keep like looking there, it's, yeah. Anyway, what was the biggest scare that you've had in your life? I'd say probably like a jump scare would be a few months ago. I had a massive huntsman in my room, and I'm not joking when I say it was quite literally massive. Like it was probably this big, like the size of my head. Like it was massive, and it had taken over my room for 2 days, and I just couldn't kill it. Like I literally kept trying to bash it with like a broom. I broke the broom, I ran out of the spray to kill it, and I vacated my room. Like I full on slept on the couch in the living room for 2 days, because I just couldn't get rid of this spider, and it came out of nowhere. I mean, that's just one that comes to mind, but there's probably a lot more. Favorite soccer team and why? Is it Chelsea? Honestly, I don't really keep up with soccer. I'm more of a footy girl. Even that I don't really keep up with. But recently, Collingwood won the grand final, as they should. I have gone for Collingwood my entire life, and I'm proud. Collingwood forever. I'd probably have to say FC Bayern, just because that's the one I know of, and it's German. And when I was about 10, my family had someone come and stay with us from Europe for a year, and the team that she went for was FC Bayern, and I got to keep the pillow that said FC Bayern on it. And I don't know, that it just makes sense to go for FC Bayern. It is a German team though, so I don't know what Aussie soccer team I'd go for. I don't even know if we have a soccer team. I should probably keep more up to date with sports. I think Chelsea's an English team though. I know Manchester is an English team, and I think Chelsea's an English team, but I don't know. Manny, you have to let me know because I need to be educated in the world of soccer. Opinion on racism. Straight up, I think it's horrible. I think being judged over a part of yourself over which you have no control, absolutely not okay. It's definitely less of an issue, but I think there's definitely still areas, even nowadays, that we need improvement on, we need to work on. And we just need to educate ourselves. That doesn't mean you're any less just because of the colour of your skin. It's targeting someone's identity, and when you go to someone's identity like that is such a pivotal thing, and I think it really does affect someone when someone targets and goes after their identity. Like, you can't control the colour of your skin, you can't control the colour of your eyes, you can't control certain things about yourself. And I just think that it's horrible that someone would be so focused on the outward appearance as well, because I think there's so much more worth that people carry on the inside. It's like, it's so dumb, because as soon as you judge someone by their outside appearance, you're missing out on really discovering who they are as a genuine person who has thoughts, has feelings, has opinions, and has value, because every single one of us have value. And I just think it's horrible, honestly. I straight up just no, absolutely not. I will not stand for racism. I will not stand for anything that discriminates against someone. Absolutely not. Shout out to my girl Noelle, because you really came through with some great questions. You're amazing. Love you. If you could be a professional ballerina or actress, which would you be? Ooh. The hard thing is I love dance. For those of you who don't know, I've been dancing my entire life since I was around 3. My dance journey is a complicated one that I'll go into at another point, but I've always loved dancing. I think it's so freeing just being able to express yourself that way, and I definitely find it a great creative outlet for me, just to be and feel and move and create. I think dance is so beautiful, but I think especially in the ballet industry, it can become very toxic. I think there's a lot of pressure put on towards your outward appearance, on towards your weight, towards, you know, staying a certain way, staying a certain size, and I think the culture around ballet has definitely improved, but I think there's a lot of toxicity and unnecessary pressure in the ballet community specifically that you won't find to the same extent somewhere else. I love ballet. I genuinely think it is one of the most beautiful art forms out there. The way that you have to be so controlled in every single movement to be able to make things look so free and flowy and light as well. Like, I think sometimes we can forget the amount of control that you have to make something seem so light. The pure talent is insane, and the strength of ballet dancers, especially professional ones, like, you guys are seriously incredible. I don't think I could do that full time. I definitely miss ballet and I'd love to get more back into it, but full time, yeah. I don't think I could put myself through that. But I love acting as well, which is pretty cool. Performing has always just been a really big part of my life, and I'd say I probably have to choose acting just because I think it's so beautiful the way that you can take on another character and really dig deep into their world and what they may be going through, and just really dig deep and think through, okay, but how would this character react, how would that character react? And I think acting is a beautiful way to really connect with the audience and make people feel less alone in what they're going through, and just to be able to immerse yourself in a whole other world other than the one that you're living in, I think is really cool. Yeah, and I mean I love ballet, but I think purely for the toxicity part of it, I'd probably have to choose acting. But if it wasn't toxic, I mean it's hard because, you know, I've left ballet and I haven't danced for a long while. Would you ever eat an octopus? No? Oh no, I guess calamari's octopus, so I guess yes. I guess. What would be your survival plan if there was a robot apocalypse? I don't think I would have one. Like, genuinely, I don't know what my plan would be. I guess pretend to be a robot, but I would also severely fail at that because I'm just way too human. So I'd probably just not survive. Favorite book/book character? Ooh. Okay, my favorite book of all time has got to be Hiding Place. Like, it is just such... I love murder mysteries and it's such a beautiful book. I haven't read it in a long time, but like I couldn't put it down when I was reading it, and the different characters, the way that the author really created that world, I think it's incredible. I think either Hiding Places or The Hunger Games. Actually, I really enjoyed reading The Hunger Games and Katniss Everdeen. She's quite an intriguing character, but also the girl in A Charmed Life. It was a very complex book, a lot of plot twists, that's for sure. Those would be my top three. The Hunger Games, Hiding Places, and A Charmed Life. Two of those being murder mysteries. Pixar or Marvel? I actually haven't seen a lot of Disney movies or Marvel movies. Like, I literally saw The Little Mermaid for the very first time this year, and I'm still yet to watch the original Lion King. But I guess I probably have to go with Disney just because I know more about their shows. Although I do love Victorious, and that's Nickelodeon. So, but then also Disney has Marvel. Hang on, it says Pixar or Marvel. I don't know why I read that as Disney. Definitely Marvel, like without a doubt. The Black Panther, oh my gosh, like genuinely, that movie, I was shook when I saw it. Straight up, Black Panther has got to be one of the best Marvel movies of all time. Like, it's honestly my favorite. Like, that and Spider-Man, like Tom Holland. If you know, you know. But yeah, I have to go with Marvel. City or country? I don't know. I don't think I'm a country girly. I think that pace of living isn't as much for me. I couldn't imagine myself living on a farm, but I definitely do love nature. So I think living in the city, I definitely have to live near a park or have some sort of nature aspect to it. But I'd say city. Oh, Ollie, I love you. Kiss, marry, kill. Lightning McQueen, Flynn Rider, or Mike Wazowski. I actually have no idea who Mike Wazowski is. Don't come for me. I haven't seen that movie. I think he's in Wreck-It Ralph. I could be completely wrong though, so don't come for me. I'd have to say kill Mike Wazowski, purely for the sake of me not knowing who that is. Kiss Lightning McQueen and marry Flynn Rider, like duh. If you don't say marry Flynn Rider, like, are you okay? I'm joking, but also Tangled is my favorite Disney movie of all time. It's just so good. And Flynn Rider, you know, I actually discovered the other day that Flynn Rider's character was created by a whole bunch of women coming in and talking about their dream qualities in a guy and what attracts them, like, in a man. And it's like, it's really interesting actually. Last question. If you could be named something else, what name would you choose? When I was around 12 to 14, around then, I don't know my exact age, I refused to be called Rachel. Anyone calling me Rachel, I just wouldn't respond because I was so determined to be called Tori, which, for those of you who don't know, my middle name is Victoria. I think part of the reasoning behind it was because growing up in all of the social circles that I was in, whether it was church, whether it was the homeschooling groups or dance or musical theatre classes or whatever it was, I was never the only Rachel. Like, there was always at least 2 or 3, sometimes 4 or 5 other Rachels in those different circles. And I think for me it was like, I got sick of the name Rachel, and I just really at one point struggled to identify with it. I think if I would go with any other name, it would probably have to be Tori, or I really like the name Brooklyn. I think that would be a really cool name, but yeah, I don't know. But thanks so much for watching. Shout out to every single one of you that submitted questions. That is it for today, and I hope you guys have an amazing week filled with all of God's goodness and blessings.